How's everybody doing today? Chris from HRT and Aaron's going to be hanging out with me. And today, you guys get to roast my rifle. Aaron's going to kind of ask me a few questions and we'll see what comes of this. But kind of start off, this is an 11.5 that I had a chance to kind of build out during the whole COVID stuff. Ultimately, SBR'd it. Started off with a simple PSA lower and just built it out with whatever I could find. And I polished the trigger, did a few other small things to it, but ultimately decided to go with BCM furniture. And this is my 24/7. I've got a few arrow parts in it, but main reason being is because I really do like the 11.5 barrel that you can get from Ballistic Advantage. And it came with the option to just add on the rail system. But yeah, it's basically designed to be a 24/7. The EOTech, it's a little big, and I'm looking at going to maybe an EXP or XP2 or something a little bit smaller. But what can I say? This is my attempt at trying to do new school with a little bit of classic in it as well. I have completely transitioned myself to wanting to shoot suppressed as much as possible. It's just the polite thing to do, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
The people at the gun range next to you appreciate it.
But anyway, for my 24/7 capacity on here, I do have a D-Ball A3 from Steiner. It's a green laser with decent IR to get you out to about 100 yards. It is civilian legal. It's not one of those special items. On the light side, this will probably ultimately get switched out eventually to the new lights that we're running.
I was looking at the light head there to see which one you had on this.
Yeah, this
it's not there yet, is it?
No, and the reason being is because this body is Valhalla's attempt at creating something for Streamlight. I had a Streamlight head, but it also allowed me to run an 18-350. The other body option was an 18-650, but because it is short, I went with the 18-350 option. But it was just a test. So for those that did run Streamlight or are running Streamlight, they want another option. Valhalla did have a good idea. I don't know if they're still doing the Streamlight options, but it did increase output, and you could definitely notice it by running a lithium battery versus just the CR123s. So that was nice. But to kind of finalize, I do prefer a vertical grip on most of the stuff that I'm running. And as far as organizing all my cables and wires, I just stick with Ranger bands. I know a lot of people, well, that's just in case you want a place to mark your cheek. Yeah, I mean, there's some utility to that.
I know, you like them.
Well, there's utility to it because I can put an extra set on there. I can run not a bayonet, but a tourniquet on there. I can basically run extra stuff over there if need be. But for the most part, I also use it to try to organize the sling. So if I need to, and I'm going to be running this in a bag, I can pull the sling through, and then I can run it to the back, and then I just pull out. Makes it so much easier.
We've seen that becoming very standard on a lot of kind of loadouts that people are doing just to keep that sling on the weapon, but tighten out of the way. What charging handle are you running on this?
It's actually a Radian charging handle. I think that's probably the most recent update that I've done on it. And like I said, eventually I'll probably change out the optic on top. I do very much enjoy the height that you are getting.
I know a lot of people love your higher sight.
Well, the issue I find is if I'm trying to constantly chunk into the stock, I'm just not getting the erect head, and I lose the ability to pay attention to what's going on. And since this is my primary, I don't want to be so buried into the rifle that I'm just not going to be able to pay attention. But yeah, this definitely going to have some upgrades to it. In 2023, I'll do another build out. So. And
with that higher mount, how much does that gain you when you're having to slave through your NVGs?
That is a great question. If I am shooting under nods, this is under 223, so the 2.26, 2.23 height, it is under that because this is just the 512 version. And in all honesty, I probably never would shoot passive under it unless it was just no other option.
Gotcha.
Because the 518s usually have the night vision option on it, but that's a 512. So it's mostly just used for laser options, and the visible laser is great for just when you're trying to zero. But
and one thing they can't see over there is you've got two different sling mounts here on the front. You use both?
I do sometimes. I actually prefer to run the sling further out. It gets out of the way and it gives me a little bit more stability. So,
gotcha.
But that's
nice
my rifle.
Setup.
Yeah, feel free to roast it. Anyway, guys, check out the rest of our social media stuff. You can go to IG, you can go to YouTube. Feel free to watch previous videos that we've produced on our Table Talk, as well as product videos that we've done for what we have in stock. Also, like, subscribe, and share. This helps us with the algorithms and helps us grow. And we just wanted to say thank you all for making HRT what it is today, and we're very thankful to our customers.
If you have any detailed questions on Chris's rifle, be sure and comment. I'm sure he'd love to kind of chime in and give a few more details on there if you see something on it that you've got questions, or hey, why do you do one thing, unique to you that somebody maybe hasn't seen before. So get in the comments, let us know if you have any questions.